How do you think the government can tackle insecurity in the state?
Well, I'm not a small boy, but since the existence of this Nigeria, forget about 1963, Nigeria has never been secured. I've traveled worldwide. I know what it takes to be secured. If we normally send our soldiers to other foreign countries, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and they conquer the war. So what was the book, Borno? Come, we'll use war to fight war. If there's a need for the government to go and invite the machinery, and those people that know about it, let them go and bring it. This is a city, honestly. When you get to Kara, within the Lagos axis, when you get to Ajah, when you're coming, it's not secured.
Northern governors have come under every criticism from Nigerians following the killing of about 43 farmers by the Boko Haram insurgents. It was earlier reported that the farmers were killed while harvesting their crops in Zabamari area of Borno State. In the light of this, Legit TV took to the street to ask Nigerians how best they think the government can tackle insecurity in the country. I'm Dolapo Amodeni and you're watching Legit TV.
Till when? And this is December period, people will be traveling. What can the government do? The government needs to work extra hard, or they should pitch in. They should change anybody. I'm not suggesting that the staff chief has to be changed. I'm not supporting that. But I guess and I know we can work harder than this. Honestly.
So looking at the killings in Borno, the 43 farmers, what can you say about that?
It is a sad, I wouldn't know, how can I quantify it? It's unjustified, it's not good. I do see it maybe in Pakistan, Lebanese. I've never experienced it in Nigeria. This killing is going much. And the guy came out to declare that they are not 43, they are 78. And we are looking at, it's operating from the border of Niger to Borno. I've been to Borno, Mubi, all those things. It's operating from there. What does it cost us? And they've moved all the artillery too from the military zone to that axis too. What are they doing? Didn't we have an equipment? Okay, now it's only when they now come invade Lagos and we will be fighting for ourselves. No, we don't need to wait for that. I'm not happy with that killing. Sorry. I'm sorry I'm not. President, we voted you in. Honestly, I'm an APC member and I can do anything for APC member. But with what I'm seeing, I think there are some people in that cartel trying to disturb the government. And I'm sorry, President Buhari, Baba, if you are not doing something, you should be queried. And if they invite you for a question, please go with your security chiefs and go and answer something. That's what they call democracy.
Yes, like it's been mooted in several quarters that government can engage mercenaries. That is, we need help. We can call for help. The Goodluck Jonathan regime did it before their exit, and they were able to push back Boko Haram. We can also do more with technology. You can't believe it. I had a talk with a policeman that said he does not know what a drone is. A policeman does not know, a Nigerian policeman does not know what a drone is. That would tell you that the need to educate and retrain our policemen in the proper use of technology to fight security. I think that's the best way to go.
What can you say about the recent killings of farmers in Borno?
Yes, it came to me as a rude shock, and it just boils down that we need to step up. We need to step up our security architecture. We just need to do that. We just need. And our soldiers, our policemen need to be retrained. And apart from that, they need to be encouraged. You can see their barracks here. Go there. It's filthy. And these are the same people that we want them to go out there and die for us. That's all.
So, based on all that you have said, if you were being given the opportunity to join the army, would you join them in fighting insecurity in the country?
Yes. Yes, because you see, my family was against it. I did volunteer to join the medical team during the pandemic. Oh, they say, Daddy, don't do it, or don't go. But I tell you, some us have to stick out our neck, our head for our country. I am, for one, I'm ready to join with the Nigerian Armed Forces to contribute my own quota to the betterment of this country. Yeah.
I think the best bet would be reforming the police, equipping them in such a way that they have what it takes and what is needed to tackle insecurity. Because when you look outside the country, when you see the way other countries do it, when you see how equipped and educated their police is in other countries, but when you come here in Nigeria, when you see what our police are, what they are given to work with, is more or less a substandard compared to other countries. So I think the government should focus more on empowering the police and giving them what is really needed, for them to be able to tackle insecurity.
So when you say empower the police, what and what should the government put in place?
First of all, I think military intelligence is something we lack in this country. For example, I don't think our police have the kind of equipment that the FBI, using that as an example, like the FBI in the US, their kind of intelligence, their kind of database, that's one of the things that I know our police really lacks. Because most of our police are just given weapons and then they go on the streets. But when it comes to intelligence, military intelligence, they really lack that. If you go to an average police station, they do not have some certain amenities like computers, like the database of citizens. For example, in America, if someone, if there's a theft or something, when you go to a place like the FBI, or probably there's a federal crime, the way they maneuver, the way they track down criminals, a lot of things, there's just a lot of things that is lagging, so I think something like that, like military intelligence, something like that should be put in place in Nigeria.
So looking back at the killing of about 43 farmers in Borno, what can you say about that? Well,
it's still the same thing, insecurity. First of all, at this point in the country, I think this whole issue of killings and everything in the north should have been looked into, because it's more or less like it's the same people, the same perpetrators doing these things. And I think if the government should look, like sometimes I see some videos online where soldiers are complaining they don't have enough weapons, they don't have this, they don't have that to tackle Boko Haram, So it's still part of the provision of the basic amenities for the military and the police to be able to tackle these people, because I see no reason why a small group like the Boko Haram should give, the military of an entire nation a problem like this. I mean, the soldiers, the military, they are more in number, they are more in capabilities, but then they've still not been able to tackle the Boko Haram issue, which is still because, I mean, when you look at the kind of weapons that these Boko Haram guys, that they have at their disposal, and then you look at what our soldiers are left to work with, you just see the reason why they've not been able to tackle the issue.
Okay, so I feel the best way for the government, or my advice for the government would be, first we have to clean up the corruption levels within the within the ranks. So we have situations where funds are being given out to some of these officials to secure military weapons, and as we all know, the corruption that goes on within the system is really terrible. And I think the best advice for the government would be to first of all tackle the internal affairs, so that these soldiers, when they go out there to fight or to hold up the Nigerian flag, they will have the adequate weapons. So first of all, to tackle this this whole issue, I think first we need to give or hand over the people who are fighting for us proper military firepower, and I feel they are not being supported enough by the government. So first of all, I think we need serious funds on that level, on that aspect. Then I think we need to ensure that these funds that are being given out get to the military, or is being used for what it says it's being used for. So I think that's my advice for the government. And thumbs up to the Nigerian army. You guys are doing an excellent job.